MLB Network coming your way from Tropicana Field here in St. Petersburg, Florida. A Memorial Day get-together for you here at the ballpark between the Zach Wheeler. A right-handed Georgia native gets the starting nod. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
It's pretty easy to see why this guy is one of the top pitchers in all of baseball. He has a ridiculously good whip. How about under .5 on the season? Do you have any idea how hard that is to do that? He's nearly impossible to reach base on. He doesn't walk hardly anybody, and he's awfully tough to get a hit off of. One of the best pitchers in the game of baseball.
Count remains at 0-2. Now another 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone on strikes to start the afternoon. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Yeah, Matty, what I want you to focus on is the fact that this team does not like to run. Very station to station. It's going to take a couple of hits to score runs with this offense. They swing the bats well, but they don't put any pressure on the defense as far as base running.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And that misses ball 1. And we're just underway from Tropicana Field.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he covered a lot of ground there as the side is retired. So a fairly painless top. And that'll bring up Joey Wendell. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is line to left. Hernandez has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Now a moment here in St. Pete for a glance at the Rays starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, man, I think the guy to watch is Matt Duffy, the Duff Man. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they were finally able to snap that long. Oh, and he misses it. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Batting third.
And he will creep ever closer to that record, as you see there. This hitting streak has reached epic proportions now.
Dero, this guy is just amazing right now. He's just swinging a magic wand, and it looks like there's no end in sight to this streak.
Yeah, you can't think of anything else. This is national news right here. This is all anybody's talking about. When you start getting into these numbers, almost 2 months, and you're challenging Joe DiMaggio and the 56-game hit streak, it's all anybody should be talking about.
Here it comes, 0-2. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Duffy rounds third and is digging for the plate. Now this gets all the way to the wall. He pulls into third safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Well, there's one way to get our first one of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
In there for strike one.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Loud contact off the bat of Zunino, and a ball sent to deep left field. Gone! It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 62 on the year as the Rays have opened up a 3-0 lead. And we'll employ the use of our show track technology to get a better idea of that home run. And you see it there, 111 miles an hour off the bat. He certainly squared that one up well. Stepping in, Daniel Robertson. And you can see great numbers over the past few games. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Past battles with Matt Shoemaker. He's 2 for 4. High fly ball out to straightaway center. On the move is Pilar. But he can't get there. It's over his head. Around second. He's on his way to third. Robertson ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. And he's in there safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
In now, Willie Adames, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one.
As a manager, when you see a guy struggling like this in the first inning, your mind starts racing, trying to figure out about how long you're going to go with this guy and how many guys you might end up having to use out of your bullpen just to get through this thing. Not a good spot to be in.
Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Ji-Man Choi the next to hit. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Driven nicely into the gap. Around first, he's digging for second. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double. And the streak will continue as he creeps even higher up the all-time list.
Hey, now into the 30s, D-Row. Do you think he starts looking ahead, thinking about that magic number, maybe getting it to 40?
Yeah, I don't think you ever worry about Joe D's number, but when you start climbing into the 30s, man, there's not many.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. This ball's down, and that could bring in a run. He's in at second safely, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
It's only the first inning, so you hate to say this, but this thing might already be over. Down 5 in the first, they've got to get the car back onto the road, even if the wheels are a little loose and wobbly.
First pitch on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there. Base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
The batter, the second baseman.
Standing in, Joey Wendell hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB. Stuff has never been a problem with this pitcher. It's execution and location that has always been his bugaboo. And that's exactly what happened here. I know he's ahead 0-1, but he's finding the heart of the plate way too often.
And the run will score all the way from first. It's 7-0.
Man, it's been like BP for these guys all game long. getting production from just about everyone in the lineup. That's the 7th run they've played it in this inning alone. There's not much more else to say.
Thomas Pannone comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning. Matt Duffy is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive out toward the gap in right center. Now this will rattle up against the wall.
Man, this thing's blown open right here as they've exploded for 8 runs in this inning alone. Everyone knows that offense is contagious. That much is pretty obvious in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, no balls and a strike. 8 runs already in this inning. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Before this game started, if you would have asked them if they would have been happy to score 9 runs in a game, they'd take it all day long. But 9 in an inning? That's just insane.
Here now is Mike Zunino. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up.
In that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
The 0-1 delivery. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. The 0-2 home. And another foul ball.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Shot toward right center. And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. So this ugly first inning continues, and it's about time to start scrambling for the record book. If you're wondering, most runs scored in the first inning by an American League team, 14, set most recently by the Red Sox back in 2003. Daniel Robertson will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Here's a shot to left field and deep. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his second of the game as the blowout continues. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
D-Rose, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, well, there's a saying going around the dugout right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants a chance to get into that batter's box.
And a curveball to begin the at-bat, 0-1. Hit on the ground.